Female character tropes. I see a lot of those when I watch cartoons, and you too. The damsel in distress, the manic pixie dream girl, the strong female character who's just angry all the time. But here's the thing, these tropes aren't just lazy writing, they're actually causing real damage to audiences, to storytelling, and to the entire industry. And after doing researches, I found out 3 major problems with female tropes in modern media, and I'm going to break each down. So let's get into it. Problem number 1. Tropes send awful messages, especially to children. And we're not just talking about the obvious stuff. Sure, some tropes are blatantly bad, like the hypersexualized teenagers, the woman whose entire personality is pretty and dumb, aka the bimbo. Those are easy to spot, but the harm goes deeper. Research shows that exposure to rigid gender roles in media is directly linked to poor mental health, lower self-esteem, and body image issues in young people. Children's attitude towards gender are often fully formed by age 7. 7! They're using the stereotypes they see in media as tools to categorize the entire world around them. And let's be honest, when we were kids, we thought that things that were shown on our cartoons were real. For instance, when I was around 5, I thought that I could make bubbles in the shape of a giraffe and such, like in SpongeBob. So when kids watch shows where women are passive, concerned only with appearance, or exist solely to support male characters, they internalize that. It shapes their career choices, it limits their ambition, and places them in an invisible ceiling on what they believe they can achieve. And it's not just girls who suffer. These same tropes enforce toxic masculinity in boys, teaching them that power and aggression matter more than human connection. And we have higher rates of psychological distress, auto-offing, and violence among men. But wait, there's more. Some shows try to make flaws quirky or relatable. I'm looking at you, Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug. You're supposed to be the hero, right? We are supposed to root for you. Then, why does she stalks her crush, sniffs his pillow, steals his phone, and the show treats this like it's cute, funny, and forgivable? That's not character development. That's glorifying seriously problematic behavior. And when kids see the good guy doing this stuff without consequences, they learn that it's okay. And when conditioning becomes the norm, creativity starts to... Which leads us to our next problem. Problem number 2. Tropes destroy complexity and diversity. Let's talk about flanderization. Do you know what it is? Well, this is when a character starts out interesting, layered, nuanced, full of potential. You know, good writing. And then over the time, they just decay. They get reduced to one exaggerated trait. I've seen this phenomenon, especially in long-running shows like SpongeBob, Family Guy, or The Simpsons. And female characters are especially vulnerable to it. I don't know why, but most writers, not just in animation, but also novels, comics, etc., tend to use cognitive shortcuts. You've already seen the dumb blonde, the femme fatale, or the not like the other girl protagonist. These labels allow writers to establish a character quickly without putting in the actual work of creating a complex human being. Like, come on, man, they're acting like they got budget cut or something. Or maybe they are just lazy. Complexity? Nah, that's too complicated. But labels? Hell yeah, we're gonna use this! Female characters become boring, predictable, and flat. They're not people, they are just plot devices, just objects in the male protagonist's journey rather than individuals with their own internal lives and agency. And we're seeing the same archetypes over and over again. Diversity in writing? It barely exists. And subversion of these tired tropes are extremely rare. No wonder they stand out like golds among this huge pile of dirt. The market is oversaturated with the same predictable stories, and I am exhausted. Everybody is exhausted. We're bored and we do not want another cookie-cutter, strong female character who's just a man with a ponytail. Tropes don't just limit individual characters, they suffocate the entire creative landscape. But the damage doesn't stop at creativity. When tropes take over, they drag down the quality of entire productions. And that brings us to the problem number 3. Tropes actively ruin story quality. Let's address the elephant in the room. Representation versus good writing. Studios want to appear progressive, so they add diverse characters. Sounds great, right? Except they treat diversity like a checklist item. This is tokenism when the character exists to fill a quota, not to be a fully realized person. Hey, look! Watch our so modern show. We do not have only straight white males. We also have gays, trans, and even black people. Oh, that's great! Oh no, not another woke slop. I hope they are well written, right? Well, I have seen this trend manifesting a lot in recent medias, and most of the time, it's just a bare minimum approach. Token characters get surface level visibility but zero depth. They don't develop beyond their label. And the worst part is that when these poorly written characters get criticized, they're protected from accountability because they represent a marginalized group. Lazy writing gets a free pass, and true progress stalls. Then there is the Marisufication of female characters. And I have observed this, especially in the strong and independent woman character. The Marisu is perfect, talented at everything, never struggles, never fails, no vulnerabilities, and while this seems empowering on the surface, it's actually the opposite. Because guess what? Perfection is boring. Characters need flaws. They need to fail, learn, and grow, like real humans. But female characters are held to this impossible flaw standard. They have to be likable, morally perfect, and never make mistakes. Meanwhile, male characters get to be selfish, rude, and deeply flawed, and audiences still love them. This double standard forces writers into a trap: make her perfect and boring, or make her flawed and face backlash. Either way, the authentic character development dies, and the story suffers. Look at the major entertainment companies. Netflix, Disney, they keep dropping flops. When representation becomes a trend rather than a genuine commitment to storytelling, you get shallow narratives that fail both artistically and commercially. So where does that leave us? Female character tropes send harmful messages that condition kids into restrictive roles. They kill complexity and creative diversity, and they tank story quality by prioritizing trends and tokenism over genuine character development. This isn't just an artistic failure, it's an ethical one, and a commercial one. Audiences are tired, they are bored, they're demanding better. And as long as the industry keeps choosing shortcuts over craft, these characters will keep failing, and so will the stories built around them. So want to know which specific tropes are actually causing these problems? Check out my video, Awful Female Stereotyped Tropes. It breaks down the worst offenders and shows you how they can be handled better without losing character depth or complexity. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching it till the end, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video. Goodbye!